Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is Chairman Capo Daniel. Today is the 31st day and the last day of this year, 2024. Tonight, I will be giving an address to our people to update them about a promise I made to you over 2 years ago, promising that by the end of 2024, we are going to deliver to the Ambazonian people a negotiation table with a framework that is going to give them their freedom and give them their access to the exercise of their right of self-determination. I will be giving you a comprehensive review of that promise, where we are currently in terms of our ability to exercise our right of self-determination. We will not make the same mistake of the past to beg Cameroon to negotiate, or, like other actors within our struggle, make our activism or our actions being determined by the reactions of the Cameroon government. You saw some Ikome primarily talking and begging on behalf of Cameroon, saying that Cameroon had committed to a negotiation where Cameroon did not commit. We will not make the same mistakes. We learn from our past, we learn from our history. Above all, we learn from the reaction of Cameroon. We have been expecting some posturing of the Cameroon government that did not come till the end of this year. We are very confident on our roadmap because we had calculated all these possibilities. We have robustly secured a place within the international community for our struggle. Our cause is just, and we have the tenacity and the backbone to carry on our resistance to a next level with a new generation of Ambazonian fighters. Make no mistake about that. Cameroon should learn, I will say again, from the example of the new Papua Guinea, where their fight for self-determination radicalized with the help of an Australian company, Rio Tinto, which is still working with the Cameroon government, provided substantial military support to the new Papua Guinea, and they went on an offensive, wiping out almost all resistant fighters, thinking that it was over, until a new generation of fighters emerged. Cameroon should not take our offer for peace lightly, and they should not be deceived by those who perpetrate the narrative that they can win on the battlefield. They cannot. This is going to be a dignified process. It is going to be a process that will restore our people their dignity, their pride, and their place within Cameroon. Cameroon, as I said, is not La République du Cameroun. We have made a lot of mistakes. La République du Cameroun, which we refer to, is a former French Cameroon, which the Southern Cameroon went into a union with. The Cameroon we know today have two names registered in the United Nations: the Republic of Cameroon and La République du Cameroun. It is a union made up of two separate people with status equal in terms of their sovereignty. Our people must not forfeit their right within this union to speak and advocate through legal means their legitimate aspirations. Why this has been said and done, I will be making a comprehensive address to our people today, but I drop this as part of our daily brief to brief our people to maintain their spirits and hope for our activities to pursue their aspiration. We will see, as we have always seen, the silly mistakes we have made, where individuals who really believe they are president. Imagine somebody will be sitting in an office, dressing with suit, who don't have a source of income. People who really call themselves president, they believe if they are putting presidents among the world, they should put their names there also. These are the delusions and confusions that have fueled our struggle, because those who have dominated the struggle previously have not been politically savvy, have not been trained, do not have any appreciation of principle or how things work. We have seen genuine people out of good intention do very bad things, and that risk still exists. We were invited to Cambodia by Mediators Without Borders, taken into a museum where we saw scores of human beings killed by the Khmer Rouge led by Pol Pot. in his honest and genuine intention to free his own people, he destroyed everything in Cambodia, killing all teachers, turning the most advanced, developed country in Asia into the most poorest country today on earth. Those are examples we should learn. Our struggle can be transformed into a bitter experience for our people that we are going to regret for generations. But we are not going to allow that to happen. We should stop the masquerades and those who go around putting on costumes as president in our country. We should stop it. If you are in any of the IG and anybody making believe that they are president, it should stop. It is an insult to our intelligence as a people, and we must remain sane. It is time for us to advance the cause of our people and think about their livelihood and their basic freedom and their basic aspiration, and stop the make-believe. Wait for us today. Stay in tune. We are going to keep you updated, and we're going to continue to push robustly. It is very impulsive to start a war. It takes love for a country and our own people to be able to make peace. I want to end today's briefing with a video from the president of America who just died, Jimmy Carter. He's somebody who have inspired me as a young man. I have listened to his speeches, read some of his books, and this speech in particular is what inspired me. It gives hope to many people who are suffering across the globe, that there are people who can play the role of the war gendarme, fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. The American government have been a hope and a beacon of hope for many small countries that have survived, which would have been emerged by bigger countries. That truly the spirit of democracy, the spirit that people who are weak can have somebody fight for them, the hope for an equitable society where somebody can walk their way from being a dishwasher in a restaurant to own a restaurant, where we can make for our people, build a society where the resources that God has blessed that land can be made available to the farmers, can be made available to the entrepreneurs, to build a robust private sector and transform our country and our territory into a paradise. Listen to Jimmy Carter, one of the speech that inspired me and gave me hope as an African, and continue to do so today. We hope that America will survive being the superpower, and its influence to maintain democracy, respect of human rights should dominate the globe coming 2025. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day wherever you are.
Through the strengthening of democracy and the fight against deprivation, torture, terrorism, and the persecution of people throughout the world, the struggle for human rights overrides all differences of color or nation or language. Those who hunger for freedom, who thirst for human dignity, and who suffer for the sake of justice, they are the patriots of this cause. I believe with all my heart that America must always stand for these basic human rights at home and abroad. That is both our history and our destiny. America did not invent human rights. In a very real sense, it's the other way around. Human rights invented America. Ours was the first nation in the history of the world to be founded explicitly on such an idea. Our social and political progress has been based on one fundamental principle: the value and importance of the individual. The fundamental force that unites us is not kinship or place of origin or religious preference. The love of liberty is a common blood that flows in our American veins. The battle for human rights at home and abroad is far from over. We should never be surprised nor discouraged, because the impact of our efforts has had and will always have varied results. Rather, we should take pride that the ideals which gave birth to our nation still inspire the hopes of oppressed people around the world.